Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome back. We're finally at Thursday, and why is my camera struggling so much? Holy shit, I am seeing it lag like a bitch. Right, I think I got it. Then we got it. Alright, there we go. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what on earth is going on there, but we got it, I think. Maybe we need to raise you up a little bit. There we go. Is that working? I am concerned that it is not working as well as it normally does. Why is it no worky? Why no worky camera? There we go. I think we got it. Right, welcome back, everyone. Scuff promised, scuff delivered. You know me. But that being said, welcome on in to once again another sermon of Yap. You know the drill. We're here to yap. And, well, yap we shall. So, as you know, you may guess from the title of the stream, today is the last yapper before I get older. Why is this not picking me up? This is not picking me up. This camera is not picking... I don't know what's going on with this. I am so sorry, chat. I don't know why the iPhone's not picking me up all of a sudden. It's been really funny. Right, I think it's back to normal now. Okay, sorry about that. God, because I see it freezing. It's like bothered me. But yeah, so I'm getting a little older now. Well, soon anyway. Next week, I shall age yet again. I think I might stream on that day though. I think we might have a stream. An evening stream, of course. You know, since that's when I think all y'all will be around. And it's a weekday normally, though I'd be off. So I could technically start earlier. But I don't want to start too early, because I don't want to, you know, be difficult for you guys. But, hey, here we are yet again for some more yap. I'm repeating myself, holy shit. This week's been a long week, you couldn't tell. God, I need this holiday coming up for me. It's only a week, but oh, I need it. I need it, chat. I need it so badly. And hence why Saturday I'm having off. Because I need a little rest. I need a little rest and recuperation. Of course, we're going to be starting a new Total War campaign because the patch is finally out. Meaning that we will finally, at long last, be able to play with the updated Big Bird. That's right, Kairos Fate Weaver himself is at long last getting his update. So, I'm hoping it should be a lot of fun. And I did a little test. I did a little teeny tiny little test. So, you know, I'd say he's pretty good. Honestly. Very strange to play these days, but still. He's a weird one, because obviously he has his magic tree that just auto does its thing. Which is just weird to me, but hey. It works, so I'll take it. And then, let's see. He's got a couple of little bits and bobs, I've noticed. Just little things here and there to, you know, spice things up. I think his barrier regeneration's been increased. Memory serves. I'll just remember to tone it down from legendary because I don't think I can quite do legendary. Not with him. He also starts with 2 colts, which we can teleport to. It's very nice. So I can get out of the horrible starting zone that is the Southern Chaos Wastes very easily. In fact, I'm quite tempted to just abandon that area entirely, so I don't have to deal with the Doomslayer himself, Oxyotl, who is an absolute world killer as he is, let alone the fact that, well, he's very good against demons. It's kind of his whole thing. And he's pretty good at running and gunning, which is a problem for my flimsy flyboy. He's got a barrier, yeah, but it's not very good. Well, it's a good one actually, but it's, you know, once that's broken, he's a big flappy bird, and he can get shot down very easily. So there's that little problem. But hopefully by then we have such insane magic, which we can now pick from all the main laws and Zinch, which is huge. It's absolutely monumentally huge. So I'm quite happy about that. I am. Other than that, of course, we had some Whammer reveals we did. And they look very nice. I will say, I am awfully tempted to get some Spaceballs when they come out. They look good. They use the classic bolter, the bolt carbines, but it's basically a bolter, which I like. I like me some good old-fashioned bolter. What tempts me out? Heresy. The bolter. We do like some bolter. Oh, excuse me. I am very EP. Not as bad as yesterday. I was absolutely done yesterday. Holy shit, I was done. Still playing a bit of Warcraft as well on the side. It's going alright. I'm almost level 40, which is good. One of these allied race quests. I must admit my sort of hunger for it comes and goes, but I might get another month sub. I don't know. I did in a rush pick up, I think it was a Tech Marine and a Iron Priest. I wanted to convert my own like upscaled Iron Priest. However, I might hold off because the article mentioned, well, I've sort of cancelled my order because there is a very real chance they make a new one anyway. That's an Iron Priest, and there's no point in making a conversion that costs more than the base model. I could do that. I'm more fun. But I want to see if they actually make the proper Iron Priest. I don't know when the Space Wolf box is coming out, so there's that. That and a friend from work is looking to split the new AdMech and Tyranid box, me having the AdMech side. So I might get my hands on some of them soon enough. Some combat servitors, some new Priesty boys, which is the first more traditional AdMech release I've seen in a while. It's a good sign, I must admit. So, whether the rest of the range will get such a voluntary treatment is a different question entirely. But Spaceballs, I'm very tempted by. They look good. Now, I'll have to see if they don't all have helmets, then perhaps I'll figure out one of the faces. But they look good. It's the main thing. They do be looking good. I don't profess to be a long-time Spaceball fan, but I can appreciate them a lot. Now, a few things to mention, of course, and if anyone jumps in late, I'll repeat later, but it is my birthday next week, as I say, so I'm going to do a little special stream where I just do what I want, because it's my birthday. I will do whatever I wish on my birthday. And if you want to join me for that, great. If not, don't worry about it too much. But, yeah, as I say, this is my birthday soon, so I'm going to be doing some things I find fun. Just whatever I want. Other than that, of course, next week will be a full week, so usual sermon of Yapp, some Total War, and of course some Monster Hunter Wilds. Excuse me, Hunter Wilds. Which will have lots of fun, indeed. We shall. But this week, like I say, a bit quieter for me because I need a quieter week. I need that chilling. I just need to rest a bit, honestly. I've been absolutely worn out, and I need to give myself time to rest, to heal, to just be more myself. Because I have been fundamentally drained. as a Tangier thing was on. Oh. I really don't know why the camera feels so... Ow, don't do that. Let me pop my fucking jaw out. Oh, yeah. I don't know why it feels so non-detecty all of a sudden. I don't quite understand what it's doing. So I'm hoping that's done. Apologies again, chat. I don't know what's going on today for me. It's technical funnery, as it were. I wish it wasn't doing. I don't know what's up with it. Let me just 1 second, chat. Let me very quickly wipe this down. I wonder if there's like crap on the camera. There we go. Right, let me just plug this back in. I'm hoping that little wipe down will sort any of its detection issues out. We'll find out, won't we? Right, let's see how that goes, shall we? But yeah, so I admit I've been taking a little break from planning next session, as it's going to be a while. It's like April 20th, so a bit less than a month. As you know, player absences, that kind of thing. Slow it down a bit, but that's fine. It is what happens, and we have a date when we're going to come back, so it's all good. So I'll have everything planned by then. We sort of ended on a cliffhanger ending anyway, so I'm not too worried. Why does it keep occasionally losing me? I am watching this thing lose me constantly. I don't know what it is. But, as I say, next time we do run, I have a whole session plan and everything else set up for it. Roughly. I've already got half of it already there because I didn't do everything I wanted in session, which is fine. All that means is I have less planning to do next time, which is excellent. But I've got to make sure I'm prepared for it to go beyond that. So, I've got plenty of time. I have a rough idea of how I want things to go and how I want to end the arc. Not that it's anywhere near ending, they're still quite early in through it. But, hey. Oof. God, I feel absolutely exhausted. I don't know about you guys, but it has been such a long week. I don't know what to explain it. Like, every day I've been more and more tired. I'm glad I was streaming today and not yesterday, because if I was doing it yesterday, I would have been a mess. Because I was a mess yesterday. I will confess, I was a complete mess. Absolute disaster on my end. Needless to say, it was rough. Sorry, I keep... Right, it's done it then. It's done it then. I don't know what it is. Making the camera lose me. I don't know what it is. I wish I could say what's causing it. It's really annoying. It's bugging me a bit though. Whatever it is. Don't know what has happened, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Sorry, I'm a bit of scatterbrained today, chat. My apologies. I have been all over the place. Fumbling like an absolute delusional fool. But... Oh, right. So I'm in the right malaise today. I can't put my finger on it, but I am feeling a malaise today, compared to usual. But where was I? I'm so sorry, chat. I am losing my train of thought and everything. I keep seeing. I need to not look at it. I swear. I need to stop looking at myself when I'm talking, because otherwise I will see the mod like not respond. It'll bother the fuck out of me. And I won't be able to concentrate. God, I am such a mess. If I don't really be this much of a mess, I might not have streamed at all today, because holy shit, I am such a mess. I'm such a mess. Me sipping my drink a little bit. That might help me. A little bit of whiskey. It's the first time allowed it. It's just a glass anyway. Nothing major. Nothing crazy. Don't anyone else notice? Well, I swear Twitter went down for a bit. I don't know what it was. It was very typical if it has. Right as I'm trying to stream, thank you Twitter for being such a reliable means of sending out my Go Live notifications. In fact, I'm awfully curious. Let's have a little look, shall we? Is it still working? It actually is working now, which is surprising. So, maybe it's fixed. Maybe. Maybe not. Who can say? Because, holy shit, this site is a mess. At the best of times. Where am I? There we are. But yes, I've been playing a bit of Warcraft. I've been testing a new Total War patch. Have I been doing anything else of note other than suffering a bit this week? If I have, I can't think of anything else, honestly. I probably should. I've not had the energy. I was going to say I should have painted some more models, but I've not been paying the energy. I must admit, chat, I've not had the energy to do it. I feel kind of bad about it, but I've just not had the energy to paint stuff. Or the motivation, honestly. I can't quite put a finger on it recently. I've just not wanted to. It's just not felt compelled to. Which is a shame, because I do enjoy the final result. But maybe in this break I'll have some time to sit down and just paint, and just build, and just relax. Because I swear, the day job just does not. I mean, I've said this before. Hey, Novella, welcome, buddy. Welcome, buddy. But yeah, I've said this before. The day job does not fulfill me, so it just drains me. So I need this week coming. Oh, I need this holiday. I can feel it in my bones. But how are you doing, Novella? Enough about my suffering. How are you doing? How are you today? I must admit, I'm a little drained. I didn't think I was going to be that drained, but then I started streaming. Wow, the energy just left me. That's an... I have to adjust my phone a little bit to make it wake. I don't know, I think maybe just I've been more tired than I realise. Not as bad as yesterday, though. Yesterday was corpse-like. I just did not sleep the night before. But today is not as bad. Maybe it's because it's the first hot day of the year. Like, it's actually been warm. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what. Again, I don't know if it just hit me. If like, just, oh, my energy just more. I don't know. I cannot fully explain. It doesn't normally happen on these ones, but maybe I'm just. Maybe, to be fair, it has been a long couple of weeks. I mean, oh yeah, I've not been sleeping well. That's definitely the case. I agree with you there. I've not been sleeping well. At all. So it's the conundrum. You don't want to go too early, because then you'll wake up too early. But then you want to go a bit earlier because you want to sleep. Yeah. No, I won't be up much later than 10 probably tonight. If I can help it. I'll definitely... It's one of those stream, shower, bed. That is pretty much the plan tonight. That'd be my plan. Well, I've got a nice few hours, so we stream. It's okay. I'm not gonna do I'm sleeping, don't worry. I never quite get the idea of those, I must be honest. I've seen people do them, and I'm like, what? Why? Yeah, I never get just sleeping though. What's the point? I don't fully get it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I prefer watching my preferred creators when they're awake and speaking. Be able to watch sleeping people. I mean, I guess. I guess so. I don't know. I feel like it just wouldn't be very entertaining. But I guess some people like it. I've seen it where some people, like, their mods will just, like, jump on a Discord call and just yap on a bit during the whole thing, or they'll play, like, videos that they've done in the background and stuff. I've seen that kind of stuff happen, and that makes a bit of sense. But... oh, hell. I never quite got the idea. It's a strange one to me. Like, just chatting, I get. You get to sit down and get a yap on with your chat, which, I mean, just makes sense. You get to know everybody. But just sleeping, well, you sleep. I feel like I can't really say hello to any new people while I'm asleep. It's a weird one. I guess, I don't know. I guess it lets you kind of, if you're doing one of those like 24/7 streamathon shenanigans, you can just put it on and you're still live. And it works on Twitch, does not work on YouTube. True, just troll back for the message, yeah. Guess depends how many messages you get when you sleep. Hell. Oh, right. God, I am yawning so much. Fucking hell. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I did see that Stellaris is getting some meaty additions. So I won't lie, I kind of want to play a bit of Stellaris soon. After it's probably May time when it's had its this big DLC. Stellaris. It's a real-time strategy game, but like it plays more like Civ, like a 4X. Yeah, that's not trash. It's good. I mean, we've got Endless Legends 2 coming, which is a fantasy turn-based, which does look quite nice. I mean, it's got some sci-fi elements to it, but the closest thing to sci-fi Endless Legend has is like the people are from space, but they've regressed. But I think they blend it quite nicely. I think it's only like one or two of the civilizations. The rest are very fantasy. You've got like ghosts in armor, insectoid hives. I think centaurs are literally one of them as well. There's a few mages and shit. All kinds of cool stuff. So, sorry, Stellaris. Stellaris is like, I played StarCraft, yeah. I played Warcraft as well. Oh, that's a good point, actually. I'm tempted to pick up Warcraft 3, now it's remastered. Now it's, like, actually been updated and is good. I really want to play it again. It's been so long. So long since I played Warcraft 3. What do you mean? What's up with it? It's, from what I was aware, it's been fixed. What I've been informed. Plus, I really liked Warcraft 3. I mean, I don't know if it's still bad now. I thought they fixed it, from what I've heard. It took a while. But either way, Endless Legend 2, which I loved Endless Legend 1, so 2 is good. And I'm trying to think. Doom Dark Ages. That should be good. That should be good as well. Let me think, what else have we... What delights we've got coming. Can't think of anything right now what's coming up, but hopefully a new Total War Warhammer DLC, because I need. Hopefully the Slanesh faction's good. Hopefully. I do need. And then we can have all 4 Chaos God factions be good. That's what we want. That is what we want. And then... I have no idea what they're going to do next, but hopefully more. Although I always shudder to think how long Total Warhammer's been running now. The first one, I think I was in high school when the first one came out. Insane to me. I think the second one came out while I was in college. The first Total War Warhammer. So there's been 3 games in the Total Warhammer series, and the first one came out, oh god, so long ago. Yeah, they are. So Total War made a fantasy series based, well, taking stuff from the Warhammer Fantasy setting. A very good choice. It has made them a lot of money. It's also a very fun game. It's changed a lot, probably, since you've last tried it, I would imagine. There's a lot of things that have changed. There's a lot of, like, Warhammer 3, even just playing Warhammer 3 and playing one of the old races, not even, like, comparable. It's just not even comparable to the first, the first one's races just feel so different compared to their iterations in the third game. Like, holy shit. It do be so nice. It do be. Excuse me, I am coughing today. Holy shit. But yeah, I do recommend. Especially the third one, definitely. There's only one you really need, I think, now. You want to play the others? Go for it, but I think the third one's all you really need. All the other stuff feeds into the third one anyway, so... You get the big Immortal Empires map, you get all sorts of factions. And, you know, let's be honest, it's the best version of all the factions. Fully up to date, and all nice lots of gribblies and other joys. Because, it is a beefy game, I will say. It is a beefy game. So... I would definitely say, I know you're getting a new computer soon, maybe wait for that one, because that should be able to run it. I remember a bit ago you said you're getting a beef one. I was trying to see when I tried to... Indeed it was that. Yeah, it's just had a patch. Oh, nice. Nice. Hell yeah. Oh. So are you getting it, or is it like, or did you not get it in time? Bishop. Oh, okay, well, you got it. That's all that matters, right? It's coming, and my card is maxed. Oh, Yeah, careful there, man. Yeah, exactly. Just look at customs. Oh, right, okay. Are they making you, like, pay, like, import tax or something on it, or some crap? Or just... Or they're just awkward with items over 1k? Because I know it varies in some places. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never get when, like, customs getting messy with that kind of stuff. Just, thankfully, we've got places around where I am that just make it in-house, so we don't have to worry about customs too much. But other countries, I appreciate it. It's not always the same. I say there's overclockers in my country that make it there and here, so, you know, they have to, like, have it imported from America or something, thankfully. Yeah, that's what I mean. In the UK, we do have some, like, PC manufacturers here. Not all of them, like, but a lot of it's shipped here. Even if it's not manufactured here. Whether that will be affected by current times, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. But thankfully, in my PC, I want to rebuild for a time. Maybe at some point I will, but not now. Not now, anyway. I mean, almost with everything, but we've got a decent amount of stuff. I don't know if we have graphics cards manufacturing here. I don't know if there's. I don't think there's like an Nvidia factory here. Although whether they're intending to have one here, because I think they're trying to bring a lot of tech stuff over to here. Which, I mean, hey, that's money. God knows the country needs it, so hey, if they want to bring some tech industry here, that would be great. Who knows, maybe I'll have more job opportunities. God forbid. We have Nvidia and Intel here, but they don't manufacture here. Possibly. Probably not. It depends, right? I mean, if it's just like the stores, then probably not. But maybe they do some stuff. Guess it depends. Okay, so what to Rome? Ah, so you played Rome, okay. Rome was an ambitious title. 10 years ago. Oof. It's an older game. I might play it at some point. Shogun 2 was a lot of fun. Shogun 2 was a lot of fun. I mean, hey, Rome 2 and Shogun 2, you probably could play just fine because they're older. They're probably about the age of your computer. But Total War Warhammer 3 is a lot newer. Like a year or so ago. Maybe 2 years ago, something like that. So, maybe 3 now, I don't know. But still, it's a good couple of years. It's recent, like, within the last 5 years, I believe. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty... Where did they make a Hammer version? Well, they partnered with Games Workshop, and I believe they wanted to, well, I don't know. Ironically enough, a little trivia. Well, they definitely work with Games Workshop, because Games Workshop have literally gone and dug up old bits of lore for Creative Assembly to use. Yeah. Well, ironically enough, the Warcraft was originally going to be a Warhammer game. Yeah. The entire Warcraft setting, it literally started off as something that was going to be a Warhammer game. Yeah. it was going to be a Warhammer game, and then it got broke off, but Blizzard had already made a bunch of assets, had already made a bunch of stuff for it, so they went, okay, fuck it. Warcraft Orcs and Humans. It did alright. No, this is legitimately how it started. It was originally going to be a Warhammer title. Games Workshop called it off, so Blizzard then turned it... search it, Google, man. It's literally how it started. And then, turned into what it is now. I mean, it's very different now to what it was originally going to be, of course. It's not even close. You could argue StarCraft's got a few nods. The Zerg and the Tyranid are awfully similar. I don't know, you're not in China. The government doesn't allow it. Yeah. That's how it started, and then they kind of became their own thing, and now it's a vastly different thing. And to be fair to Blizzard, at least back in the day, they wrote a lot of lore. They wrote a good amount of lore for it. Which obviously was then the building blocks for World of Warcraft down the road. I wouldn't ask an AI. They might not even know. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, as I say, still leveling Death Knight a bit. At the moment, speaking of Warcraft, still leveling some Death Knight. I'm gonna get those allied race quests. Then I might try Mage. Everyone keeps telling me to try Mage. Though there's also the Final Fantasy XIV update. Though I am taking a bit of a Final Fantasy XIV break. I kind of want to see if they can earn back my sub a bit. Because they've done a good update, apparently, from what I can see. So, we'll see. My sub hasn't run out yet. I've got till April 7th, I think, before it runs out. So I've got some time if I want to jump back on it for a bit. I'll probably jump back on it April 6th, just to, like, try and preserve the house. So we don't lose it. Which would kind of suck we did. Ooh. But, yeah. Oh, I am so sorry for yawning so much, honestly. Oh. Just scatterbraining me entirely. I think have I been doing anything else this week other than doing a lot of suffering and thinking? It's been a pretty dull week. If anything, I've been wishing for this week to end sooner. I guess I'm off next week. A whole week free from the day job. And I will probably... that's true, I'm not. I'll probably need to just rest a lot. See if aging is going to make me suffer anymore. Utterly drain me. But at least I'll have something to look forward to this year. I have something big in the works soon, which will start next week actually. But I won't bother saying too much more about it because again, we're way off. We're way off. So, all I'm going to say is in a couple of months, keep an eye out on things because I might have something to show. Well, tease, I guess, would be the right way of putting it, considering the rigging won't be done for not however long. Yeah, it's not often talked about thing because it's so divorced from what it used to be. Like, it's probably not even a factor in Warcraft 2 or 3. Like, you probably wouldn't even see it anymore. Its bones are very different now. But it started very different. But then, what became the Warcraft setting, honestly, spiraled into its own thing, and I think they did a good job of creating it, personally. I do like it. Got its issues here and there, but I like it. I also do appreciate their willingness to create lots of more monstrous sentient races. As much as I don't like spiders, I do like the Nerubians, for example. They are pretty cool. So. Never mind incorporate them into the current WoW build, who knows, one day. Playable ones, maybe, I can only hope. I only hope. So I don't think 14 got any more playable races. I'll be surprised if they do. I'd like to hope Final Fantasy would, but I think they're going to stick to things that are from Final Fantasy. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, I mean, it started as something that was going to be someone else, and then they made it their own thing. And honestly, if you were to look at Warcraft now, and look at Warhammer, you wouldn't think it was from... They were going to be... You wouldn't think one was from the other, you know? You wouldn't think it. StarCraft, like I say, has a couple more nods to Warhammer 40,000, but... That says, too bad the industry wants to embrace us, change everything and say new and improved. Yeah. I don't know. I've not looked at a lot of MMOs. I've only mainly looked at WoW and 14. But well, I don't know. I've not done a lot of looking at them too much. Truth be told, it's I don't know what they'd even do in 14. I mean, if I had one thing I would love them to do for 14, personally, I would actually really love some, like how we have the Aura, who are like kind of lizardy-esque. Final Fantasy 14, yeah. I'd love like a bird-esque kind of people. You know, like how my wings on the side of my head. I would love that. I don't know. There's me realizing Kerbal is live is like the seep of Dracula rising from the coffin 9 rotation. Samurai Shafted acceleration. Indeed. Indeed, my friend, I am live. Whether I'm alive is a different question, but live I am. Indeed. Yeah, I don't know. I hope the notifications went through. I know Twitter was being funny earlier. Hopefully Discord. In London they do. In London we've got the knife bins. See, as I always tell people, if you visit the UK, don't go to London, go to somewhere civilized, like literally anywhere else. The only place that's less civilized than London is Glasgow. And anyone from Glasgow will understand exactly what I mean. Let's go to this house, squat this basement. Because everyone in Glasgow, there's a lot of fighting in Glasgow. A lot of fighting. Scotland, fighting is a lot more common. It's just fighting culture. It's just a cultural thing. Glasgow's really common for it. if someone hasn't had their teeth bashed in at least once in Glasgow, they've not been to Glasgow. Well, as far as, like, you know, if someone lives there. Thankfully, where I live is neither in London nor Glasgow. Yeah, I'm not that far north. I guess I'm northern by London standards, but I'm not that far north. Scotland is definitely further from me than London is. Is it my accent? As much as my accent isn't exactly typical where I live exactly. Looking. I'd want to see Birmingham #1 because Peaky Blinders 2 to see if they really... It is a shithole. I have been there a few times. It is a shithole. Honestly, it is. Manchester is probably one of the nicer places. You burn it then. Honestly, I think they'd let you. They might let you. Although maybe they wouldn't want you to because the place is broke. Their council literally was nearly bankrupt. It's a whole thing. But Manchester's not bad. Let's see. Anywhere else not too bad. We need to send them to the practice. Serious. Right. I'm trying to think where else is not bad. A lot of places in I've been to a few places in Northern Wales. No, it's not. I don't think it is anyway. I've not seen it. Northern Wales isn't bad. Not been to Southern Wales, I couldn't say. And then... Generally speaking, I would say, if you're in the northern sort of parts of England, most of Scotland's fine, honestly. Edinburgh's fine. Some parts of Glasgow are rough, but it's probably not all that bad. But Edinburgh's okay, and there's some very nice... the thing with Scotland, there's large spaces where there's just nothing. Like, if you're from the more Danish countries, especially like Norway, like, I understand, like, further north where it gets really cold and, like, areas of no civilization. Scotland has that. Scotland has that, like, areas of no civilization. Listen, they're up that neck of the woods. Scandinavia, listen. You're next door, right? It's around that neck. You know where I mean. That neck of the woods. Up in Scandinavia where it's all really fucking cold sometimes. If not most, I assume most of the time, I'll be honest. Like, there's bits of it where there's just no one there. You could probably go for miles and there's no towns. There might be a road. Yes, I am the next door neighbour with a criminal past, but this is not... Yes. But yeah, like that. Or I guess if you're more familiar with Canada, Canada's got that same kind of gist, where there's like vast areas of like no civilization. Scotland has like the more northern parts of Scotland really have that. Like the Highlands, just there's no one out there pretty much. Fucking beautiful though. Absolutely beautiful. But also, I will give the Scots their due. Incredible whiskey. Incredible whiskey. Since I'm texting them, didn't it? What Republic Denmark. Indeed. Well, I mean, if they want to leave, if they want to leave and vote out of it, hey, you know, that's their prerogative. I mean, too drunk. My mass, it's a Thursday. I mean, I say that like I'm not currently drinking a bit of whiskey. But I'm gonna have to find a new whiskey, chat. This is American. This is bourbon. I have to find a new whiskey. I might have to get some Scottish stuff. You sprayed a cat with water. What did the cat? Why? What did the kitty do? What did the little kitty do? Little kitty cat. It was what a dog? It was warring a dog. Am I being dyslexic? I am very dyslexic. Hang on, the notification on my face. Damn it. I need to like be up behind me or something. It's only there to remind you that the button's there. I could turn it off. Yeah, keep it on. I mean, listen. You say that. Listen, alright. I had to redo my English exams, okay? I had to redo that shit. I am... Well, there's two reasons. One, my borderline dyslexia. Two, you'd think the easier exam would mean you'd pass more often, but the problem with the easier exam was the max you could get was a C. And the problem is, as I try to explain, I know I will get enough to pass on a normal exam, but they didn't want to put me in a normal exam. And so they screwed me a bit. I can prove this because when I did my geography exam, I passed because I was on the higher paper. And then when I retook my English, I fucking passed it. So, you know. Hey, listen, English is a hard language, right? I get it. I completely get it. If someone struggles with English, right? It is... Here's the thing. You think speaking English is bad? I truly pity learning how to write it. Now you might say, well, okay, European countries have similar letters. True, but our use of words is vastly different. For example, there. Any of you who've had to learn English will know the word there is your nemesis, because there are several different uses for it, and they're all spelled differently. Because we're evil like that. Now, it's not... Now, don't know what the worst language for it. French. I'm not just saying that because I'm English. The language is intentionally designed to weed out those who aren't natively French. Yep, there you go. Exactly. It's pretty bad. So, you will get confused on it. It's gonna happen. Obviously, it's probably not as bad if you like... Oh, fair enough, some people struggle, some people don't. Like, thing is, it's not as bad when you like in the kind of European bubble, because, you know, you kind of... Languages are similar, right? We've got all similar-ish languages. Okay. Yes, they are very similar, I mean very different things. Yeah, they're literally one letter off. You'd think Guy would be G-A-Y, but no, that's gay. So, yeah, no, it's one of them. Our language is confusing. I only pity people truly who have to go even further out, though, because, you know, if you like, for example, I imagine from Japanese to English, that's a stretch. From, like, Russian, perhaps? I hear that's quite a hard language. That to English, probably a bit of a rough one. And some further out languages probably really struggle. Like, Some languages more naturally you can learn other languages. Probably because of the nearer and all that stuff. I finished dungeon. I told the party, okay, give us fun, see you later. And they were like those gays. Ah. Yeah, no. See, I've seen some people, I was doing these people in English, they can't allow me able to watch Castlevania animation. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, it's like, it's very difficult for, as I say, for some people. It also depends on when you learn it. Like, I'm sure if I was taught another language, I know for a fact, if I was taught another language when I was younger, and I stuck with it, I'd probably know another language. They always try and teach you French. French is always the first one they try and force down your neck. The problem I have with it, right, I think they teach you languages too late in the UK. I have no idea what that says there. It's I have not even a contemporary understanding of what that says. But like, sure, I had some difficulty. Like, so where I am, right? They teach you it a lot in high school, but by high school you're in your teens, right? So as a teenager, you're trying to learn other languages. But the thing is, in the UK, we don't really interact with people who speak other languages very often. Now, some people who immigrate over here obviously speak their native language, but as I'll probably figure out very quickly, we don't even often have signs in other languages, in England especially. I'll say, we English are very terrible when it comes to other languages. We just don't learn them most of the time until very late on. Like, so, like, Welsh is its own language. At least Scottish is still its own language. Not many people speak it, but there have been efforts to try and preserve the language. But, you know, as English, we rarely learn other languages, unless we go out of our way to do so. So it's very difficult for a lot of us to learn it, unless we really stick with it. I learn English when literally anybody else will learn English. It's pretty international. I mean, it kind of helps. We sort of like, we conquered a third of the planet, and then we've been at war with 60% of the planet. So 60% of the entire world has dealt with English in some regard, violently or otherwise. So 60% of the planet has heard English for some reason or another. Yes and no. I wish I could more easily learn another language, because I wouldn't mind being able to bridge that gap myself a little bit. I don't know, I just think, especially, I don't know, it'd be nice, like, if I ever met someone who didn't speak English very well, but they spoke, let's say, French or German or Spanish, I could just go, oh, okay, you know that one, and just speak to them in that fluently. Some Danish. Hey, I'm not against that either. There's things in English you can find. Well, fair. I don't know. I'd have to... as you can probably see, I'm not very good at my own language, so I'd have to really work at it. I'd have to very much work at it. I think what would probably come more naturally to me, definitely, I'd wager I would probably have an easier time understanding another language. Speaking it might take much longer, but understanding it, like if I hear a word enough time, like, okay, I can, you have that association, like, oh, that means that, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to say that I could sit down and hear someone speaking fluent anything else and know what they're on about anytime soon. But Hey, if I ever have the time, perhaps I may acquire something like Duolingo and actually give it a whirl. Expand my brain a little bit, you know? Little Japanese. I hear normal Japanese is fine, it's kanji, isn't it? Kanji's where it's like, even Japanese don't like kanji. I know kanji's a bastard. How do you say fast in Japanese? Oh. Oh, I know that one. Oh. Is it not? Oh, wait. Oh. What? Oh, that is literally their problem, isn't it? Except even worse, because it's not even meaning the same. Oh, wait, no. Because it's not even like contextually. No. No, because it's not even the contextually different. What the fuck? Higher and high. What? Okay, that's even more fucked than us. Okay, right. Right, that's more fucked than us. At least when I say there, it's context. With fast. And wind is. Husky. Should have been. If it's the country. Ah. And the kanji is. Hey, balls. Could have sworn late is. They've like typing out kanji. It's okay, I wouldn't understand it anyway. As I say, I can barely do my own language sometimes. I wouldn't actually type in kanji. Hey, if you can do it, great. If you understand it, hey, power to you. It's a genuine skill. A skill I don't think I'll ever quite master. There are certain skills that come to me very quickly. GP keywords can be found on interwebs. It is true. And then you can speak to your favourite VTuber. Depends on the sentence. Okay, so some context stuff. Makes sense. Makes sense. You can do all based people do balls, and you can go into a marine chat and attempt to speak to her in Japanese. But after yes, I have a thumbnail. Hey, some people have done that. There are people who have unironically gone out of their way to learn Japanese because they watch a lot of Hololive. And they can attempt to speak to them. And to be fair to some Hololive talents, they've actually gone and tried to learn a bit of English. There's nuance. I guess the nuance part's a different bit, right? Like, context is quite a big thing in English, but I guess the nuance is more prevalent in Japanese. There's some nuanced stuff in English, but... True. It's the writing part, which I don't think I'd ever... If I... Like... Yeah, kanji, that's for reading. Right, yeah, as you say, and listen. That's hieroglyphics to me. Speaking and listening, maybe a bit easier. Writing... I can't fucking write normally. They gave me a laptop for my exams, so I could type. Because I'm that bad at writing, they wanted to give me a chance. My handwriting's awful. I pity you if you want me to sign something ever. I'm terrible with a pen. Generally, anyway. On my class for a couple years back was studying Japanese university for 6 years and planning to go to Japan to live there. Then the world was hit with COVID. He had to study something else for a job. Oof. Oof. Fucking hell. I wonder if he ever went to Japan after it opened back up again. To be fair, their handling of COVID was very different. Because they basically turned around and said, hey, we can't force you because we can't legally force you. I mean, from what I can tell, right, I think with Japan, there's a lot of good things there. He's selling his apartment, all his furniture and shit, and then it hit. Man's going to live with his parents. Oof. Man's going to essentially, hey, nice. I think with Japan, right, from what I've seen from watching like Dog VA and a few others, it seems really good if you don't have to work a Japanese job. If that makes sense. Because from the way it sounds, working in an office job in Japan is actual misery. Like, actual misery. But living there can be quite nice. There is an ungodly amount of amenities that other places don't have. I can assure you, as wonderful as the NHS is, the work culture is horrific, yeah. But the Japanese are the only culture I'm aware of that have a specific word for, like, suicide by overwork or something like that. I forget what the word is. There is an actual word in their language that's literally a Japanese only word, pretty much. That basically means you've overworked yourself to death. But yeah, like if you're in a position where you don't have to engage in the workforce, like you're either rich enough to afford living there. Yeah, I mean the host club's saying there's a lot of like YouTubers and streamers have lived out there, but I think the thing is they have that luxury of not having to engage in the workforce. Also, I think a lot of Japanese people are very pleasantly surprised when a foreigner just walks up to them and put in like half decent Japanese and starts speaking to them. Like, oh, you speak my language? Oh shit, they actually speak my language. An employee you were expected to leave after your boss, or exactly. Finishing on time is considered a weird thing because they're very collectivist. I think that's the right word for it. Whereas in the West, we're very individualist. Yeah, exactly. It's all part of the team. Yeah, I assume there's exceptions. Damn. Oh yeah, you know me. I don't think you'd want to work with me, chat. Listen, I've unironically had meetings with managers whinge at me because I was getting like a bit annoyed at some people at my place. Because they just weren't doing their job. And I was like, can you fucking do your job? Because it was really annoying me because it was just like, it was such basic shit. And they're like, can you not do that? I'm like, I can, but I'm there thinking, are you gonna make sure they do their job then? Because you as a manager should be doing this. I shouldn't have to say shit. I think it's because it makes them look crap, I'll be honest. I think the foreigners in Japan are gonna break because the Japanese don't expect them to understand the culture. True, but I will say I imagine there's a lot more distrust at the minute, which I think is a genuine shame. Because I think there's a lot of positives. Like, I will say, they have created a society where you can actually trust someone a lot more. It's a trust society, right? Which is why, obviously, like, breaking the law, you get slammed over there. But, like, the idea that I could leave a box of oranges out and ask people to pay me for them, and they would actually do it. They'd just steal them here, probably. Whereas over there, they would actually pay you. So even if you don't understand and want to be Japanese, they will say, it's okay if you don't want to, while saying the opposite to your co-worker. Social society because they're... Exactly, it's a very... I think it's a very desirable trait for a culture to... I do think it's one of their successes, and something that should be praised, that they've got a society that allows that. One of those different Southern Japanese the janitors. I think here's the thing. I think there's a balance, right? I think cleaning up after yourself, at least, makes sense to me. Like, not leaving a mess yourself. So, like, you know, when you make a mess, you clean up your own mess, right? You've had the epiphany. Don't hurt yourself, Rouge. Don't hurt yourself. What epiphany have you had? What wisdom have you gained from my absolute bullshit ramblings? Epiphany. Like an idea, what I'm looking for. Inspiration, I suppose. With a legist. Oh, right, snoozers. Yeah, epiphany, there you go. We're all out of snoozers. We've been snoozed out. There is going to be an ad in like 45 seconds or less, by the way, just to warn you guys. I'm a Japanese UK man. I live east of you and have funny culture. I don't think Danish culture's that different. It's different, but I don't think it's that different. I don't think. I feel there's a lot of crossover. I think, again, being in that European bubble, there's a lot of cultural crossover. Obviously, the nuances are very different, but a lot of crossover, right? Ingredient 4K years ago. God damn, I'm amazed you're keeping up with the culture, man. I think he means imp as in literally imp. That's a bit out there. Against imps. The imps are devils. Oh, is it like I mean, it's a fantastical creature. I mean, it's literally a fantastical creature. I mean, you know. I feel like it'd be a bit weird if me as an angel was like, oh yeah, you know, I can't come up with the imps, like they're demons. They're demons. I thought it's just disliking a breed of dog. I mean, I feel like just I don't know. But me feel this is getting encroaching, so let's just be mindful here that we're encroaching a smidge. I don't need Twitter cancelling me, mostly because I like my Twitter scrolling in peace. Feels like a species of wolves have been. Yes, yes, they have. I'll be honest, balls. I want some space wolves. I want to wait till they come out because I really like them. Me want some space wolves. The wolf. The only thing I don't like, the Space Marine 2 fucking skin for the to the like the fucking Space Marine 2 champion skin. I don't know what it is, but like the wolf head. The wolf. Why the wolf head? Why the fucking wolf head? The alternate like helmet you get looks nice. Like, holy shit, hey, the Space Wolves got way more than the Norskins have, Jesus. They got so much more. Like, it's incredible. Like, the thing is, right, they did the wolf head thing in Heresy, and everyone hated it so much they changed it. Lycanthrope Space Marines, my brother, have you heard of Wolfen? That is Wolfen you're speaking of there. Oh, so, Space Wolves, basically, we're getting into some Warhammer lore here, so brace yourselves. Cobral's going on a Warhammer rant. The TLDR, basically, Space Wolves don't work like normal Space Marines. They have to drink some juice to activate their genetic heritage, which very rapidly begins to enhance them. However, it has a small percent chance to make them into a furry. Well, furrier. Yeah, they drink the Jaeger. By the way, so you know the Blood Claws, by the way? The Blood Claws are their neophytes. Yeah, Blood Claws aren't full Space Marines. Space Wolves literally put their neophytes in power armor and say have acid lads, and expect them to have high mortality rates. Because only the more cunning and actually like decent warriors will survive long enough to maybe get the chance to become full Space Marines. Whereas Grey Hunters are actual Space Marines. I half understood what that meant. I know that I understand a little German. Listen, I know all the bad words, okay? If a German yells Scheiße, I know what that means. That's it. I know the bad words. The bad words are the important words, though, Jet. For example, my favourite French VTuber, Saraway, screaming "Putain de merde." I'm learning some good French. So someone comment about the Rus coming back and seeing the new models dropped. In better Japanese pronouncing the German. But yeah, I mean, hey, if they listen, I would be fine with them bringing Russ back. I'm very curious whether he'd gone like all white-haired, because Space Wolves, again, they're weird, right? If they've lived long enough, they have like fangs, like literal like canine fangs, like a dog. And they get longer as they get older, but then their hair gets white. Which would mean most likely, Leman Russ's hair will go white. So he'd look very Odin-esque, I think. I don't think he's still got his two wolves anymore, though. I'm pretty sure his two wolf siblings are dead, I think. But it'd be interesting because the lion is also older now. I think he already had them. He was already a venerable space wolf by the time, because Bjorn was from the Great Crusade. Put it in perspective, by the way, Bjorn is the oldest Space Marine you can talk to. He is ancient. Like, unironically, there's a bit where the Inquisition are above Fenris, and he's on their ship, and he literally turns around and says to the Inquisitor, "Little man, I walked with the Emperor once. I've seen his face. When he had a face. It wasn't bone." Also, he did comment on them calling him a god was the reason all this mess started, which, you know, is very spicy of Bjorn. But to be fair, many Space Marines know he didn't want to be called a god. Space Wolves call him Allfather. Of course they do. I will say I'm glad the newer designs are less wolf, if that makes sense, because I'm not big on the Thunderwolves. There's someone that Bjorn was woken up once to help negotiations. Yes. It's because the Space Wolves went to war with the Inquisition over the fate of the people of Armageddon after the first invasion, because, well, the first invasion involved Angron, World Eaters, and demons. Corruption was rife, the Inquisition wanted to sterilize people, Space Wolves were like, no, you're not doing that. And then the chapter master of the Space Wolves took his fucking great axe and literally bisected the Grand Master of the Grey Knights. Yeah. No joke. One swipe of his big gold great axe. Hello Artemis, I see that on YouTube. Don't worry, it's not the last ever Yap. It's the last Yapper while I'm 24 years old. I'll be 25 the next time we Yap. I can see Twitch chat and they can't see me. No, they can't see you, Artemis. Well, actually, they can. They can see you on screen. You're right, but near my flappy wing. Loyal Gen Z. Yes, unfortunately. Grace could have lived, yet they were Armageddon's. Exactly. Listen, they had a chance. They didn't take it. Please take the follow account. It's not that big. What challenge are you going to do next? God, I'm not that kind of Gen Z. Listen, I was born in the year 2000, okay? I was born before the brain rot. The brain rot started, like, mid-2000s. Thankfully, I missed that period. I actually got to develop a brain and have normal human interactions, unlike most of them. I genuinely consider, like, half my generation not my generation, because they're just so different. It's actually painful. But you gained the wisdom of the brain rot. I feel like calling brain rot wisdom is the definition of an oxymoron. Holy shit. Besides, it's got birthday in a year. What do you mean? I mean, just because I was born April 1st. You know. I mean, I was living in the early 2000s, my friend. I was growing up in the early 2000s. My birth was... I was born in the early 2000s. Literally, April 1st. 2000. Yeah, but... Oh, yeah. I get what you mean. I was too young to really, like, get the early 2000s. Yeah, no. No, my conscious understanding of the 2000s was, as you say, towards its end. Though I at least got to live through some of the best video game releases ever. Well, no, I didn't understand that at all. We barely went over that as a thing. I don't think even I was aware it was a thing for a long time. Because it just wasn't in my worldview, I guess, because I was too young. You know, just wasn't something that was a factor in my life. Obviously, I'm in the UK, so it was less of a... It was still, like, televised, but it wasn't something I saw. I mean, what was it? 2007? See, brain rot really started, from what I've seen, in, like, the mid-2010s. And then it got worse. That's, like, when it really kicked off. Like, that's when it got really bad. Though, I would argue... I'll put it this way. I notice a trend of, like, people born after a certain, like, point in time, the early 2000s, you can tell the brain rot hit them. I think... I worry for the next generation a little bit. I do. I worry for them. Because, holy shit. They are fucked. Oh my god, they are fucked. I feel sorry for them. Holy. The rot is strong. But I do have a TikTok account that is purely for sharing clips. I'm not very active on it. When I make a clip, it goes on TikTok as well. I don't think I have enough of following the live stream to TikTok either, so I'm not even live on TikTok. So, it's what I can do, technically. The Streamlabs lets you do it, but it's not something I do actively. I don't know if I'd appeal to a TikTok audience anyway. I'm not spontaneous and loud and, you know, zany like that. I ain't about that. I don't think. I don't think I'm spontaneous and crazy. I'm crazy, but not spontaneously crazy. My crazy comes in long bursts. So I'm gonna raise wheat. Yeah. No. The yawning has returned. No, switch clips, and it's just nonsensical declaring that he goons just the neon. Yeah. That is a clip. I think it was heavily suppressed by TikTok, tragically. I don't know if we're creating it. What I mean by that is, like, I don't know. This is my generation. I don't think we're creating shit. Just living through someone else's fucking creation at the minute. Oh, right, okay. I was gonna say, I don't think my generation's doing shit. We're not in the position to do shit. But, yeah, we'll, I get you. They are, but let's we'll veer off, just as I don't fancy getting political. I specifically don't get political here. Or anywhere publicly, because it is not worth the drama of politics. Also, because Twitch specifically, you know, smacks you for that shit. So, one must be careful of such a thing. Just cram my back a bit. Ah, fucking hell, my back. Ow. Apologies, I was just cracking my entire back and shoulders. My posture was awful. I had that gamer posture. I have to be careful or I'll become a human question mark. Now, I have a question, chat. What should we do Tuesday next week? What should we do Tuesday next week? Because it is my birthday next week, then, chat. And I have nothing better to do. Because, well, I am pretty much all alone on Tuesday. So, I don't have a birthday cake. I probably won't have a birthday cake. My birthday is going to be pretty depressing, I'll be honest. But yeah, I don't know. My birthdays tend to not be the most fun of times for me. So, I don't know. I streamed it last year. No, not my cake. Do not my cake. That's my cake. It's my cake to enjoy, thank you very much. I think only one incarnation of me has canonically had a 360 design. If you remember my 1.0 self, that rendition was pretty thick. She was pretty thick, like a bowl of oatmeal. Listen, I swear 1.0 me went from reasonably thick to, like, decently thick to pretty thick with a thigh gap. I'll be on a thigh gap, bro. I couldn't. I'm pretty sure every incarnation of me since could definitely crush someone's skull. Why did I go into detail about that? It's fine, if you can find the old design of me. I'd like to think the cake hasn't gotten any worse. Tits have gotten bigger though. Booba has gotten bigger. Anyway, I'm having a moment, chat, sorry. I'm rambling. Terribly, terribly rambling. But yes, what should we do next week? I'm not too sure what I want to do, chat. Instead of Cobra Kai, we have Cobra Kai. I want to do something, though. The cake may be metallic soon. Let me consult the design sheet. 1 second. 1 second. I need to confirm something here. 3.0 me. How thick am I likely going to be? Sorry, chat. 1 second. I'm perving on myself. Holy shit, I'm thick. Sorry, I needed to perv myself for a second there. Okay, yeah. One hand. Fuck. Oh, fucking hell. You know what, chat? How about this? Interim thing. We'll, have some memes prepared in chat, if worse comes to it. Have some memes prepared. And I just won't look at the memes channel for a while. I'll mute it for a while and then I'll look at it then. One thing. Balls, I don't think you can have someone go standing here on your testicles. You can't fondle me, Jack. They harden in response to physical. Have any of you watched the Maxor video for Metal Gear Rising? I fucking love that. Fucking hell. It's a great idea, Senator. What's your source? My source is that I made it the fuck up. Seriously, I do recommend the Maxor video for Metal Gear Rising. Oh, chat, it's funny. It's funny. It is the kind of shit I need injected into my veins immediately. Directly into my veins, please. Yes, there you go. It concerns me how accurate that fucker was. Without getting too close to IRL topics. I'm sure that one day every person's nation will control their own destiny. Nation are truly free, damn it. Nation of action, not word, but by strength of committee. Where the law changes with the individual, and not the other way around. Where power and justice are back where they belong, in the hands of the people. Where every man is free to think, to act, for himself. Fuck all these limb-dick lawyers and chicken shit bureaucrats. Fuck this 24-hour internet bullshit. Best failed to send? What did you try and send? That is for Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, my friend. I'm pretty sure he... There we go. Fuck, it's 24... That's trivial celebrity bullshit. Fuck American Pride. Fuck the media. Fuck all of it. America's disease runs the core. There's no saving it. We deplore by its roots. Wipe the slate clean. Burn it down. From the ashes new be born, evolved, but untamed. The strong will thrive, the weak will live as they see fit. Something will make America great again. By the way, a little trivia for you. That, where he says make America great again, is the first instance of that phrase ever being used. Unironically. That is the first time it was used. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Fucking someone must have when they're writing that speech, because all I'm saying is where the fuck did they pull that line from? Because that is a very specific... I mean, it must be just coincidence, but... But, yeah. But, yeah, it's, might play that again. You know, when I played that back in the day, I didn't understand the references they were making and everything. I didn't understand any of the plot. But I understand the plot better now. Holy shit. Maybe I can't deal with. This is more a parody. Oh, did he say... Oh, is that where they... You know what? That would make sense where they got it from. That would make sense where they got it from. It's not a huge part of the plot, novella. It's more like the main villain. But it's not a massive thing. With Metal Gear, it generally turns into... well, most of the franchise, the Patriots, who aren't even entirely all-American, they're just... You know... Like... So the Patriots were like a secret organization, and America was one of their like big places where they operated from, but they did operate other countries too. Armstrong is kind of like... I feel like the Patriots were gone, but he saw what they built and went, yeah, I can do better. Rising is a lot of like... There's a lot of references to old Metal Gear, but then, like, there's a lot of, like, progression of time a bit. Like, Metal Gear Ray, back in its heyday, was this, like, world-stopping event when it turned up. The fact Snake beat his brother with it using Metal Gear Rex was because of Snake's skill. Rex was an old model. Very old model. I mean, Raiden's his second game, technically. His first game was Metal Gear Solid 2. He killed a politician in that as well. He fought and killed Solid the Snake, who I think was the president at the time. So it wouldn't be the first time he's fought someone who's in the political office and is Giga enhanced with nanomachines. Ironically, something I never realised until it was pointed out, Metal Gear Survive actually shows a future where the nanomachine problem keeps going worse. Because everyone's pumped full of nanomachines. Hell, even in Rising, nanomachines are still pretty prevalent. Well, AI is also a thing in Metal Gear, and that's also a pretty big deal. The Patriots system, or the system, as they always called it. Don't worry if you're not following me, by the way. I'm not going to expect any of you to follow Metal Gear lore. I can barely follow this shit, okay? Kojima was mad. He was a built different individual, let me tell you. He is the only game director I'm aware of who's put their main character through a microwave. Turn off my boob wump inhibitors. My boob wump inhibitors. For a second, I thought you said turn off my womp wump inhibitors. And it's just, instead of pain, it's just shyly going, womp womp. Ah! Only 5 minutes. What's going on, Jack? Womp womp. Ah! think I watched that YouTube video essay on the most profound thing in gaming, all about AI. Yeah, AI is a big thing in Metal Gear. 2 especially. Like, Raiden's entire life is, like, manipulated by AI. I'm pretty sure it's also where the Patriots were being called the, and I quote, Lale Lule Lo. Which I'm so glad they dropped in the third game. Holy shit. That was such a dumb... It's good they couldn't say the word Patriot. Because if you had the nanomachines in, the right nanomachines and you couldn't say the word Patriot, you'd die. But why they said that name instead? Oh. The Lale Lule Lo. Yes. I don't know why that name... I guess it was like, it's very obvious you're talking about the Patriots, about it being the word Patriot said. I know the arms dealer guy in the third game just comes around and says, I ain't no Patriot, to prove the fact that, yeah, he can say it. I mean, this is the same game where you are fighting a guy with a mechanical arm who is basically convinced himself he is possessed, who then takes over the system and turns everyone's guns off and starts doing finger guns at people. Who are the Laleluli Lo? Indeed, who are they? Oh, fucking hell. Metal Gear lore is wild. Listen. Metal Gear lore is wild. Phantom Pain, I think, is technically the second one. Let's see. Oh, that's Monty Python. Ah, I had to think, I was like, huh? Oh, Monty Python. That is old, though. That is very old. Still gold. I'll give it that. It's still gold. But, oof. Oof, that is... Prepare the holy hand grenade. Shit! Why don't I have a holy hand grenade? Why don't I have the holy hand? Why don't I? God damn it. Chat. I don't have a holy hand grenade. Chat, get me a holy hand grenade. I have no holy hand grenade, chat. What am I to do? How am I to deal with traffic? I mean demons. I mean demons. I would never throw a holy hand grenade at traffic. I can fly. I could just fly over them. Well, sometimes I want to walk. Kidding. For legal reasons, that is a joke. Well, there's the holy hand grenade on eBay for $60. Hell yeah. I'll go get one. Has anyone played Worms? I played the Worm games. There's a holy hand grenade in that. It's the most satisfying weapon. Yes. The Worms games were something else. They were built at a better time. I don't know if they even still make them. They might do. I don't know, I've not kept up. I've not watched Hat Films play Worms in a while. Trying to get Civ 5. Ah, Civ 5. I've not played Civ 7, I'll be honest. I played a bit of Civ 6, but I've not played Civ 7. It just seems too different to me. Maybe I'm just old. It just seems too different. I like Civ 5. I'd like Civ 5. That's definitely something an old person would say. How dare you? I'm only in my mid-20s. I will literally be in my mid-20s in less than a week. I can already feel the 25 plus age. Listen here, you. Don't you start this. You are closer to 30 than I am. Don't you start this. This guy right here. This motherfucker. Well, I'm just a you are entering my age group. You'll be very disappointed in like less than 3 years, buddy. Oh, fuck. Oh. Yes, so it'll be my birthday next week, chat. So Tuesday I will be streaming. I know. Watch me still be a VTuber fan for years. Hey, as long as you're still here, buddy, that's fine. Listen, I think it's still... Some people say like the VTubing bubble's gonna end. I don't think it's gonna end. I don't think it's gonna end, right? I think it's just gonna evolve. It's evolving. And I think that's okay. Listen, I'm a very non-standard VTuber. I am quite aware that I probably appeal to a very different audience than the standard VTuber. These will evolve into flesh tubers, turn to monkey. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think more people are trying it out, and I hope the VTuber audience is able to expand. You know? They need to expand and grow. Which is what it should do. It should expand and grow. Well, you know. Besides, I don't really play the standard VTuber things anyway. I'm not playing the latest trend game much. I've seen people play, what's it called? What's the new trend game? What's it called now? Yes. Wait, man. Repo, that's what the game's called, the Repo. It looks okay. I don't know if it's my thing. I don't know. It looks kind of fun, though. It does look fun. I don't know. I'm not a trend jumper, so I have my things I like. Yes, and as we've established, chat, I have them. I bought Lethal Company, I've never played it once. Just complain with siblings. I mean, if they're online, we kind of... It'd be a home wreck. Listen, it depends if they're around. I mean, I'm sure if I pinged up, that people might want to join me. I'm sure. You bought Lethal Company and never played. Yeah. The same with Among Us, by the way. It was the same with Among Us. I got in too late. Never played it. Ah, well. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll stop buying trend games. I'll keep with the games that I already enjoy. And then everyone all of a sudden was like, you know, hip slide me. See, I just have the things I enjoy. That's the thing. Like, I don't trend jump. So I'm like, I'll stop being it. I don't know. I'd rather people find and stick with me because they like what I do. They like my vibe. That's how I see it. You know, I start having a new earworm. I don't think they're supposed to be in there. I don't think they're supposed to be in there, you know. I feel like a worm not meant to be in your ear. Huh? I'm confused. I'm confused. He didn't move. Low habits. Oh, is it a Oh, is it a song? Okay. I get you, I get you, I get you. Is it called an earworm? No. Um, uh, I'm trying to think what phrase you're thinking of. What's the I'm genuinely trying to think of what it would be. I'm struggling. I'm racking my brain far too late at night for me to be racking my brain. We all know I don't rack my brain. But I'll be racking my brain tomorrow. I think most people tend to just... Is it? Oh, fair enough. It's just me being uncultured. It's just me being uncultured, I guess. Fair enough. I'm too young. I'm young and hip. Too young and hip, chat. I was young and hip 10 years ago. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh god. Oh, it was 10 years. Oh. God. Why am I so fucking old-coded? I'm not old-coded, but I am old-coded. What the fuck? Chat, why am I so cooked? Why do I feel like I'm like 10 years older than I should be? I don't fuck. Why? I swear my mental age jumps from 15 to 45 on a whim. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm having an existential crisis, chat. But most VTubers that have it established in 2017 is now about 30 years old. Just hormonal. Maybe you're pregnant. That is impossible, Novella. I'm a VTuber. I don't have sex. I talk about it, joke about it, but I never have it. You know the rules. Even people who have done the sex as VTubers don't have it when they become one. Except for the ones who are married. Ugh, my nose real quick. True, this is terminal line presence, exactly. Listen, the only VTubers I'm aware of who canonically have sex are like Vexoria, for example. And probably Cottontail. But definitely Vexoria. Because she's married. Has a husband. She left the family. Why are you aware of VTubers who've had sex? I mean, I'm considering she's got like several kids. And does fansly content and often talks about it. Yeah. I mean, she still has Vex still has Foxes listed as her OG maker. I mean, my next model's not by the Fox. So it's not going to consider. Am I considered leaving the family as a result? Hope not. The way I kind of see it for me, anyway, is the way I see it is I'm trying a new style, like how Snuffy did some years ago. I'm a different artist for a different style, you know. It's like no stopping going back down the road. But oh. I don't know. Like I know if we bust underneath the hood, it's not that bad. It's fine. Listen, nice and I mean, Do I even canonically sweat? Not a fact I've even thought about. Cripple Sting. No. No, there's no mold here. No, I'm not giving you back water. Gems. I'm not Belle Delphine. Do we know Angel Water? Thank you very much. Can you angel towards me, Kobo? Just waft my fucking wings at you. I shouldn't do that, make my tits bounce. I mean, my main wings are on my hips on this model. So it's all gone to my hips. It's fine. I'm still very covered by most VTuber standards. Alright, but the underrated irks the wrong way so hard when people complain streamers don't act the way they do on stream in real life. Like, are you kidding? I mean, Rouge, you probably know this best out of anyone. Do I act the same off stream as I do on stream? You probably know that like best because you're here. Out of everyone I know, I speak to you off stream a bunch. So I don't know. I don't know if I act the same on and off. I don't think I do, but I don't know. It's really hard for me to tell because obviously I'm sure I unconsciously act a little different on stream. I'm sure I do. Probably. Either that or I don't as much now. I don't know, maybe I've got more comfortable. Maybe you fuckers made me nice and comfy, so I'm just more me now. I think there's an area people feel kind of like dead inside. I mean, you could argue Moist Critical sounds like he wants to shoot himself some days, but he's still very entertaining. So I think there's definitely room for people of low energy. Hell, this mark VTubing, like, I think it's a very high energy place. I've definitely seen people want for someone low energy. So I'm not always low energy. I think I know I have my hyper moments, my very neurodivergent hyper moments, but quite often I think pretty chill. Also, thank you very much, Rouge. Hey, right outside is for me to know if the rest figure out themselves. I'm not snitching on like. Nah. See, to be fair, though, sometimes I myself I just sippy on some like a dissolvable tablet that has like 150 milligrams of caffeine in it. Strong shit. Let me tell you, you notice 150 milligrams of caffeine. Oh, that lasts a while. Like several hours. It's wild. No, like one of those kind of like sports drinks. Like you put a little tablet in water and it dissolves. I sometimes have them in the morning. If I really can't open my eyes. Wires me open for a bit. Speaking of, I need another glass of Jaeger. Yeah. What time are we on? Ooh. I'll go a little longer. I'll go a little longer. Why not? It's a Thursday. It's Jaeger. It's booze. It's not my taste, but each their own. I always kind of think it tastes like cough medicine myself, but hey, some people swear by it. Alcohol, you know. It is a form of alcoholic drink. Oh, Rouge is older than me, so yeah. I mean, I've had a glass of whiskey myself. Like, I just love forming Erenjig. Right. Chat. I think we've hit that moment, that the bit of time where Kobold needs to go to bed. So I'm rested enough tomorrow. So, chat, before I go, two things. One, we'll be playing some Kairos Fate Weaver tomorrow, so if you want to watch me play some Total War again, feel free to join me same time tomorrow, but for longer, of course. And please feel free to fill the memes channel with memes, because if I can't think of anything else to do, we're gonna laugh at some memes. I thought about it, and I'm like, no, I have to go bed. I don't know. But don't worry if you don't have any. It's fine. But, anyway. Chat, and as always, you've been a pleasure. I will have to love you and leave you for now. But, I will return tomorrow. So have a wonderful night. And, hopefully I will sleep properly. If I don't, we best hope the alcohol keeps me awake. But till then, ta-ta for now.